Hello, I'm Alan Moorhead with HorseCity.com TV.
And I'm Ken Bray with Martin Saddlery.
And welcome to the Martin Saddlery Saddle Fit University. Ken, we all know that when we go to the saddle shop, we look at the finished product. Lots of pretty leather, lots of pretty conchos, but man, that's just a finished product. Let's talk about where a saddle starts.
Well, you know, that's true, Alan, even our saddles. But really, the saddle really is only as good as the tree and how well that fits the horse.
So the tree is the base of a saddle.
The tree is the base of the saddle, and ultimately the tree depends on how well it's going to accommodate the horse as well as the rider.
What are the critical functions of a tree?
Well, basically the tree is the strength factor within the saddle. It's the point of contact with the horse's back. And a tree is really made up of about 4 different parts, in that we've got the bars that follow along each side of the spine. We have the swells, the cantle, and the horn.
Now, is there any way that a tree, if improperly fitted, can cause problems with a horse?
Absolutely. Poor fitting saddles can lead to all kinds of problems with their horses, including, you know, veterinary work and lameness.
Well, what's the best way to ensure that we get a proper fit through our tree, through our saddle, to a horse?
Well, we're going to demonstrate that a little bit later whenever we put some trees on some horses' backs to show the point. But essentially, since 1998, Martin Saddlery has been trying to improve our saddle fit, improve the performance of our saddles, and so the evolution of our trees is ongoing. But what we have today is a tree and a set of saddles that we feel like does an outstanding job of accommodating the horse to perform their athletic job as well as the rider in all disciplines.
And now I've noticed, and we've conversed also so far, with your trees and the way your saddles work, you're trying to create a more fluid moving horse by relieving some of the pressure through the withers area, through the shoulders and the scapula. Explain what you're looking for in that concept.
Well, you know, there's the biggest problem with saddle fit is that the saddle actually gets in the way of the horse's ability to perform. And so what we're trying to accomplish with saddle fitting and with our trees is to provide full and even contact with the horse's back throughout the entire length of the bar, avoiding any unnecessary points of pressure, and allow full range of movement for the horse's shoulders, allow them whenever they roll their hips and their loin to come into a stop, that we don't get them in a bind in any way, and encourage lateral flexion.
A horse that's trying to move in pain is an unhappy horse and is not going to perform well.
He's not going to perform well. He's going to change the way that he carries his body, change his stride, change the way that he carries his head. So many times, poor fitting saddles ends up in severe bits.
Well, you've talked about how the tree's supposed to fit through the saddle. Let's bring a horse in and see how the tree's going to fit on the saddle.